The URLs of the videos up to chapter 7 of the Tale of Ise are pasted in the summary section of this video, so please look at them later. Since the Tale of Ise is a complete story for each chapter, you can watch it from anywhere. Also, the chapters of the Tales of Ise are not arranged in chronological order. Now, I will continue the story from chapter 8 of the Tale of Ise. The Tale of Ise, Chapter 8, Mount Asama. A man who may have become uncomfortable living in Kyoto set out with a friend to find a place to live in the eastern part of Japan. On the way, they saw a plume of smoke rising from Mount Asama in the sky in Shinano Province, present-day Nagano Prefecture, and composed this poem. 信濃なる浅間の竹に立つ煙、おちこち人の宮はとがめぬ。In the Mount Asama, in the Shinano region, the rising smoke is blown here and there by the wind. But do people in the distance or nearby not see it? It seems impossible that they would not. This is the end of the chapter 8. In this channel, I would like to share you Japanese stories. To ensure you don't miss any updates about Japanese stories, hit the subscribe button and drop a comment saying I've subscribed. Chapter 9, Chinese Style Kimono. There once was a man. That man, thinking himself useless to the world, said, I am not going to live in Kyoto. I am going to look for a country in the east where I can live. He went with one or two old friends. They went there without anyone who knew the way, getting lost here and there. They arrived at a place called Yatsuhashi in Mikawa. The name 8 Bridges comes from the 8 bridges across the river, which flows in 8 directions like a spider's hand. They dismounted from their horses and sat down under the shade of a tree by the stream and ate dried rice. There were beautiful kakitsubata flowers blooming in the stream. Seeing this, someone said to him, compose a poem about your journey with the world, kakitsubata, and the beginning of each line. から衣ひつつなれにしつまあればはるばるきぬる旅をしぞ思う The meaning of this waka poem is to think deeply of the wretchedness of the journey of leaving my wife behind. Because my wife, with whom I have become familiar over many years, is in the capital, just like the karakorom, a garment I have worn many times and become accustomed to wearing. Then tears fell on everyone's dried rice, and the dried rice became blanched. He continued onward and arrived in the country of Suruga. The path he was about to take into the mountains of Utsu was terribly dark and narrow and overgrown with ivy and maples, making him feel very uneasy. By chance, he bumped into a practitioner who asked him, "How can you stay on such a road?" He was thinking that he was going to have a terrible time. He wrote a letter to her and asked the practitioner to deliver it to her in Kyoto. 駿河なるうつの山辺のうつつにも夢にも人に会わぬなりけり The meaning of this waka poem is that when I came to the mountainside of Uzu in the country of Suruga, I could not see you in reality or in my dreams. Mount Fuji, snow was falling very white, even though it was the end of May. 時知らぬ山は富士の根いつとてかかの子まだらに雪の降るらん The meaning of this waka poem is that a mountain that does not know the season is Mount Fuji, even though it is the end of May. When does Mount Fuji think it is now, and the snow is falling like the speckles of a fawn? Mount Fuji was about 20 times the size of Mount Hiei in Kyoto and looked like Shiojiri. Further on, there is a large river between Musashi and Shimofusa provinces. It is called the Sumida River. As the group gathered by the river and shared their grief at how far they had come from Kyoto, the ferryman said to them, "Hurry up and get on the boat." The ferryman told them to get on the boat as soon as possible, for it was getting dark and they were all feeling sad and painful because there was no lack of people in Kyoto who were in love with them. Just then, a white bird with a red beak and red legs, about the size of a sandpiper, was playing on the water, catching the eating fish. No one knew what it was, as the bird had never been seen in Kyoto before. When he asked the ferryman, "This, you see, is a capital bird." 何しおはば、いざこととはむ、都通り。我が思う人はありやなしやと。The meaning of this waka is that if you have the name capital in your name, since you are likely to be familiar with the affairs of the capital. Now, let me ask you, capital bird, whether the person I love is safe or not. This waka poem caused the entire board group to weep in unison. The tale of Ise continues. I will make a video of this continuation. Most of the pictures in the video are created by me and have no relation to the real thing. Click like. Thanks for watching this video. See you next one.